It's Ash from Super Videos back for another. It's Ash from Super Videos back for another live Q&A. This is Q&A 199. I almost had a complete breakdown there, but I got the intro right finally. Anyway, so usually on Monday nights we have our gameplay stream, but because I missed my Sunday Q&A, I made this one a Q&A stream instead. So as always, let me know if there's any issues with the stream and if there's any lag or anything like that. Let's jump right into the questions here. Animated Alex, sup Ash, how are you? Glad you could join. King Ken 214, welcome. Glad you could join, King Ken 214. Animated Alex, I think JDM and Josh McDermott would be a good, or would be good for a comedy movie together because of these chemistries in season 7 and 8. I mean, just because they had great chemistry in season 7 and 8 doesn't mean that they'll be good in a comedy movie. Mainly because it's all about the characters. Like, the character that Josh McDermott plays has great chemistry with the character that Negan plays, or Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays, who's Negan. So I think if you write great characters like that, they will definitely be able to have great chemistry together performing it. But if the characters themselves are not right in a way, or they don't match the actors, then it doesn't matter how great of a chemistry they might have had. It's just not going to work. You know what I mean? But I do agree that if they do a character that fits them, and they can definitely pull it off, and it'll be great. King Ken 214, where's my mod? Were you a mod? I don't remember. I can make you a mod. I think we have a lot of mods already though, but I can add you as a moderator here. Mario 3, what's up, Ash and company? Glad you could join, Mario. King Ken 214, what was a cool that was a cool intro for the live stream. Yeah, you can call it a blooper of a intro to a live stream. Honestly, I didn't know we were live because I pressed it and I'm like, I just started it and I'm like, I got distracted because it wasn't really live. So anyway, King Ken 214, what's your thoughts on World War III? I'm glad it hasn't started yet, and I hope it doesn't start. Animated Alex, season 5 Rick versus Alpha. Season 5 Rick versus Alpha. I would say if Beta is around, then Rick may be able to take down Alpha herself, but you know, Beta is a force to be reckoned with. So I don't think season 5 Rick even can handle Beta and his army. Because right now, even though the Whisperers are tough, they would become an army under Beta's leadership. And, you know, I think if Alpha leaves the story, it makes the Whisperers even stronger in a way, because Beta doesn't hold back like Alpha does in many ways. A standalone Negan movie, or is it too late for a Negan flashback story? It's not too late. I think to do it justice, it would either need to be a standalone movie, like you said, or part of mini-series, like we had with the webisodes, something like that. I don't think they can pull it off in just an hour. I think like an episodic kind of thing. I don't think they can pull it off. If they want to do it justice, it would need to be multiple episodes of the original show, but I don't think it fits the original show. I think it's better to be a standalone thing on its own, either a movie or part of episodic webisodes kind of thing. Mario 3, I have heard that CRM documents video of yours. I think it would be repetitive, like in Fear. It needs to be straight evidence of Rick's survival. Maybe Rick cameo since they said they're looking. Here's the thing. If Rick actually cameos on, that episode, it would obviously be shocking, but it will raise so many questions, The fact that he's there, why can't he just leave? You know what I mean? So it brings up a lot of questions that if you want to answer it right, you would need to give away a lot of information about CRM, which I don't think they're going to do. They're going to leave that for the movie. Are we still live or are we good? Yeah, we are. For a sec, I thought we disconnected. So yeah, I think that wouldn't really work for Rick to actually cameo. But I do agree with you that we shouldn't just get a very generic thing like we saw in Fear, because first, it's pointless in a way because it's repetitive and it doesn't really do anything for the story. So I think the only way it could go is for Michonne to actually see evidence of Rick's survival, that Rick is alive, and a clear indication where he is, or where he might be, something like that. Or the other popular theory, which is Virgil is sent by Rick to get Michonne. I talked about that a lot in the video, and I think if they do it right, it could definitely work. Mario 3, forward to this. Not sure what you mean there, Mario. Anime, did Alex keep your politics to yourself, King Can? Yeah, let's not get political here. Let's stick with entertainment. King Can 214, LOL, Mario 3, they don't want to spoil stories of 10B. That's why they released trailer right after episode 8. It has to be so good that makes them not release not new footage of the trailer. Yeah, I was surprised because they did put out another trailer recently, but it was identical to what they already released. So I was confused, scratching my head, what's going on. And I was surprised many people didn't actually see the trailer. But, maybe they're not diehard fans. But yeah, I do agree with you that the fact that they didn't release anything new or they haven't could be either they don't have anything to show or they are saving it because it's too important. I hope it's the second case. I hope we're still good with the stream. It's red on my end, the stream activity or the health of the stream as they call it, but someone just said that it froze. Animated Alex did. So I wonder if it's still frozen or if it's good. I think it's good, but let me know before I continue here. Now we're in the green. So hopefully we should be good. But give me like a quick thing on the chat to let me know if we're good. Alright, I'm going to continue because I think we're good, but let me know if there's any issues. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, hey Ash, the reason I say I'm done with Fear is, or if Morgan dies, is because I'm fed up with how bad the show is getting. Yeah, absolutely. I've said this before. I'm not covering Fear the way you think I'm covering Fear. I will react to the episodes and do one reaction or one review of the first half, but it will not be live by any means. Like I said before, I'll wait till the first half is done and then start watching and reacting and then posting it every day. That way, within a week, because it's 8 episodes, right? So within a week and a day, all of the reactions will be uploaded, and then I'll upload like a review of the first half. I'll do the same thing for the second half. Now, there were rumors that they're not going to have a mid-season for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. because if they don't have a break, that makes things interesting, because obviously it goes back to how they're going to have 52 weeks or something like that of dead. So that could work. And I think if they do want to have a break between mid-season of Fear Season 6, the timeline may not necessarily work. So I think it makes sense for them to do that. And the other reason it makes sense is they did say that they are making episodes standalone for each character. So they don't have to pay the actors for each episode, right? And also, if they do that, then they could save a lot on the budget. And then they could, have everything at once. Now, if they do that, obviously that's going to impact the schedule and what I just said about how I'm going to do it. So if we get a confirmation that there is no break between, what I will do is it'll be every, let's say, 3 weeks. So I'll wait 3 weeks, and then I'll basically react to the 3 episodes and maybe do reviews of what I just watched. Maybe a sort of a review for whatever episodes I watched, and then the next 3, and then the next 3. That way, 3 or something. So that way we'll have like 5 sets of releases of Fear reactions. But again, at this point, because these are rumors, I'm not going to make that like a thing, because I don't know if that's true. So we'll wait to see what's going on, and then we'll go from there. But from where we are right now, as far as I'm concerned, from what we know, first half, I'll wait, and then I'll react to the episodes in 1 week, and then review the first half, and then the same thing for the second half. Animated Alex, an idea of mine I had when Michonne finds out Rick is alive is she finds her file and it reads name Rick Grimes, status alive, rank sergeant, job search and rescue. That would be interesting, but there's a few things. What would be the point of that? Why? First, what would be the point of it? And the second reason, or the second thing, is why is it there? You know what I mean? There needs to be a purpose for something like that to be left behind. Like in Fear, they explained it because the soldiers were there. You know what I mean? So they would need to explain it well. Why are the documents there? And the other thing is, when Michonne finds this, if it's exactly like the way you said, how is she going to know where it is to leave? You know what I mean? So there needs to be a connective tissue in that sense as well. So the document itself, if it doesn't give away more or less where he is, it's not going to do much unless, like we said before, Virgil has something to do with it as well, and he's going to be in the mix as well. Like if he is aware, he's in the know of where Rick is. I just pretend Fear is not a thing. I might I think I'm very close to that. I almost did that for season 6, but then I'm like, there are still people who are interested and want to get my opinion and want me to kind of do the reactions for it. So it was kind of like a compromise. Not that I didn't want to do it, but I knew I didn't want to do every week of Fear. So it was kind of in the middle of where I wasn't fully covering it, but it wasn't like I wasn't covering it at all either. Animated Alex, don't we all? And I think you're referring back to what King Ken said. Animated Alex met Dwight and Sherry in season 6. We meet Dwight and Sherry in season 6 of Fear. Or we met. Yeah, that's interesting. And I don't know if that's a coincidence or they meant for that to happen, but it's interesting. Not that it adds anything. It's just interesting. And, it's clever, but so what? You know what I mean? Mario 3 Gimple literally said that everything we see in season 5 of Fear will compensate in season 6, and he promised that just but there is a worth Wait, that just by there is a worth shot to me. Sorry. That last bit, I don't know what you meant, but yeah, I did read that interview, and I think he's full of he's basically, it's all BS. He's full of shit. He's trying to explain it away, but they're just sugarcoating it, and they're just pretending like it was all for a reason, but there's no reason. Season 5 just sucked. Season 4 sucked too, but I think season 5 sucked even more, because they hyped it up to an extent where we were actually excited for it again after the mess that season 4 was. But then they just, it basically blew on our face. Mario 3, do you think we were too harsh on Fear? No, I don't think so. I think we were harsh on... I honestly, personally, I didn't like season 2 and 3 that much. But at this point, I can say I was harsh on season 2 and 3. And a little bit season 1. After seeing what season 4 and 5 did. So I don't think we are harsh on Fear right now. I think we were harsh on it back then. But did we give up, or did I give up? No, I continued watching. I continued talking about it. I gave it a chance, but after season 4 and 5, it was too much of a mess to continue in a way. But again, I'm still gonna cover it to an extent, but yeah. And if season 6 blows it out of the, or knocks it out of the park and blows me away, 100%, I can promise you guys, I'm 100% going to say, not that I was wrong, but that I have hope in the show again, and continue watching, and basically do more frequent videos on Fear the Walking Dead. But do I think it's going to happen? No. But am I going to give it a small chance? Yes. Giuseppe De Rosa, whoa, where did this random live come from? Well, I missed my stream on Sunday, and tonight we're supposed to have a stream anyway, gameplay stream, so, I kind of replaced it with a Q&A stream. Animated Alex, I think we were too hard, or we were not harsh enough on Fear. At this point, yes, that's true. But back then, we were a little harsh, like I said. Animated Alex, up Rosa, Giuseppe De Rosa, what's up? Giuseppe De Rosa, where was I? Did it just go down? What happened? Giuseppe De Rosa, I've missed a couple streams. No worries, glad you could join this one. Animated Alex, I missed last week's. You're good. Mario 3, Giuseppe, right on time for Fear Talk, LOL. Epic Zombie Killer, oh great, more bottle episodes, shake my head, or yeah, with Fear Season 6, that's what it seems like, which I think pissed off many fans, but, it depends on how they do it. I'm not saying it's never going to work, but I don't think it'll work on Fear, at least. Mario 3, gotta love it. Giuseppe De Rosa, Fear is absolutely garbage, absolutely boring. Yes, very true. Animated Alex, Fear the Walking Dead, more like filler The Walking Dead. Yeah, tell me about it. Epic Zombie Killer, then bring in Fear will make them way worse. Them being in Fear will make them way worse. Yeah, the bottle episodes, absolutely. Giuseppe De Rosa, laughed my ass off. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, Ash, hoping Fear the Walking Dead will end after season 6. I don't think it will. I honestly, I think if season 6 is good, then why would we want it to end? But if it's just like season 5 and 4 or worse, then I do agree with you, but I doubt that they'll do it. Mario 3, at least they said Fear will never be Walking Dead. I think they wanted it to be at the beginning, but it didn't work out. Now, World Beyond, the third spinoff, I have hopes. High hopes. And I hope that they don't let me down, just like Fear let me down. And not just me, but fans. Giuseppe De Rosa, bro, I can make a better zombie show than Fear, and I have a low-ass budget. Absolutely. Like, here's the thing. And I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, or sound too confident, but what I was saying is, you can give me right where we left off in Fear the Walking Dead, season 5, episode 16. Give it to me. And I'm not saying I'm going to write like a script or anything, but I can think of a story or a storyline that fits and works. And to an extent makes up for what they did in the finale. Now, is it going to be great? No, absolutely not. Is it going to be good enough and better than most episodes in Fear that they've wrote? Absolutely. And just to give you like a simple idea that kind of gets you thinking about what I'm talking about, or makes you understand what I'm talking about. So Morgan is shot, right? Or all the zombies are approaching him, right? What you could do is not have any helicopter show up, none of that. What you could do is Morgan goes towards the herd of zombies, and then he hears a gunshot in the distance, and it's pretty much coming from the direction where they took everyone else. What was that chick's name? Morgan's chick, the one that, whatever, from that area. And then Morgan could look over. There could be a car way in the distance. It's the same car. Something happened. Someone was shot. Morgan could... What happened in the stream? Oh, where was I? So I'm just going to backtrack a little bit just in case you guys missed it. So Morgan turns around. He sees the car in the distance, right? And he obviously heard like a gunshot. So this motivates Morgan. Something is going on. There's a chance that all hope is not lost. So Morgan could, as hard as it is and as much pain he is in, he could drag himself away. Like, one thing I do want to mention is, like, at the beginning, they could make it seem like Morgan is just not sacrificing, but giving up. He's gonna kill himself. But then after this happens, Morgan could be motivated. He could kind of get a sense that maybe all hope is not lost, like I said. He could drag himself away, find like some sort of secure place to stay, and then bam, one of the other people shows up. They shot the guy that was carrying them away in the car, and they came back for Morgan. And then they could get in the car, boom, drive off, and try to go get the rest of the people and try to save them. That's one way where I'm not saying it's gonna make the cliffhanger that they did make sense and not be cheap, but it would kind of be a good way to wrap things around or bring things to a point where fans are not outraged. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe fans will be outraged by this idea even, but that's just like something that came from the top of my head, and it's just one way they could go about it. So yeah, but let me know what you think about that idea. Obviously, as fans, you guys, would you be outraged if they do something like that? Mario 3, so different stories and different ways. Yeah, with season 6, what they meant, or what they made it seem like, is that each episode is going to be centered towards or around one character, or maybe one or two characters, but a group of them, or a small group of them. And it kind of makes sense in a way because of what happened last episode. Everyone was broken up, but it doesn't make it right. Yeah, they made it work, but it's not going to be good because it's centered towards a small group of characters whom he may not even care about, honestly. King Ken 214, I have not been going to your streams because I've been busy. No worries, man. I'm glad you're here on this stream. Animated Alex, could the CRM have Virgil's family hostage? Absolutely. And I don't think it's just Virgil's family that's hostage. Because CRM knows where everyone is, where Rick's community is, where Rick's family is. In a way, they even have Rick's family hostage. Indirectly. I talked about that in the video that I did. But I think it's not just, or that's not the only way it could work. But the other part of it is, if they do have Virgil's family hostage, they have to explain it well. Why is Virgil there if there's no Rick connection at all? Just the CRM connection. So why is Virgil there? What is his intent? What are his intentions? And how is whatever he's doing going to help him save his family? They need to explain all of that extremely well. King Ken 214, do you think CRM is evil? Yes and no. I think that they have a flawed leadership, and maybe even they do secret experiments or some sort of thing on the walkers, and maybe they have labor camps, maybe something like that. But I think there are good people within the CRM, not just the people themselves, but maybe some of the leaders or some of the people in charge at CRM are good people. Just like any type of government, you know what I mean? So I think it's a mixture of both evil and non-evil people. Mario 3, CRM is evil. Like I said, I think maybe the majority of them are, but there may be maybe a small portion, but maybe half that are good. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's just black or white. I think it's a mixture of both. Mario 3, at least one of the communities. Here's the thing. I think the World Beyond community is, for the most part, good. They may be holding secrets to keep their community safe, but they're not evil or they're not bad. They're kind of like Alexandria. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Something like that. They're good people, you know? But was Deanna lying to the group? A little bit. Did she have a choice? Not really. You know, she was keeping them safe. So I think it's a mixture of both. Animated Alex, why doesn't anyone wear armor or vest or football helmets or something? That's a great point. But then again, at this point, there's not a lot of walkers or zombies around anyway, so it's counterintuitive in a way. King Ken 214, Alex is right. What did Alex say? Alex. Oh, animated Alex, you meant. Oh, with the Virgil CRM holding Virgil's family hostage, I think there's a chance, but they are gonna have to explain how the story lines up if that's the case. King Ken 214, well, the kingdom does. Oh yeah, with the armor, they did back then. I don't think they did recently. Like after All Out War, I don't remember seeing a lot of people wearing it. But yeah, they did have shields, the kingdom, yeah. Animated Alex, simple Gimple. Did I ramble on like Gimple with the Morgan story? Animated Alex, yeah, but I mean everyone in the world. Not sure what you mean, Animated Alex. Let me know what you mean by that. King Ken 214, true. Mario 3, in my opinion, the more videos you do is better. I definitely think you should give Fear Season 6 a chance. Gimple made some of the best episodes in the Walking Dead franchise. Too Far Gone was best episode 100%. Yeah, I'm not giving up on it fully, but I'm not going to dedicate all of the time to it. I would rather, during the time where the first half is going on, I'd rather stream gameplay, or not stream, but gameplay Last of Us 2, because I think it's going to come out by then. And then wait until first half is done and then start talking about Fear. But I do agree with you with you about what Gimple did. Absolutely, he's done some great episodes, but sometimes his methods just don't work. And I think it was a good thing that he stepped aside and let Angela King take over. Animated Alex, do you think it's unrealistic for Judith to already be strong? I get the time jump, but still doesn't seem right. No, I think it's not unrealistic. Did they skip over it a little bit? Absolutely. But I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. And even though she's strong, she's not Daryl strong. She's not Rick strong. She's not Michonne strong. She's stronger than, let's say, someone like Lydia, maybe. She's stronger, or, yeah, maybe. She's stronger than Gracie, Aaron's kid. She's stronger than some of the other kids at Alexandria her age. So I wouldn't say it's unrealistic, but they did skip over it a little bit because they were trying to do the time jump thing. Epic Zombie Killer, Trev Chan, and Make a Path Presents are the major Walking Dead channels. Yes, they are. Animated Alex, lots of zombie apocalypse stories. Do time jumps. It was only inevitable for The Walking Dead to do it. Yeah, and they've done it before. Maybe not as big of a time jump that they did with after Rick's disappearance, but they've done time jumps before. King Kensu 14 movie idol. Yes, he also does Walking Dead content. Animated Alex, Fear the Walking Dead is over using time jumps. There's going to be another one in season 6. Yes, Fear the Walking Dead's time jumps are convenient, let's just say. Walking Dead's, most of them are not just convenient, but they actually work. They make sense. Fear the Walking Dead's time jumps are convenient for the most part. King Ken 214, Ash is a YouTuber, then Trev Chan 2. Not sure what you mean by that, King Ken. Animated Alex Walker Talker podcast starring Ash, Trev, Ronnie Rates, Movie Idol, and Zeus. That would be one hell of a event. Epic Zombie Killer, yeah, I know there are major Walking Dead channels and medium ones, and then there's small ones. Yes, absolutely. Animated Alex, poor Rick, been at war constantly and potentially going to war in the movies. Yeah, and I think this actually goes back to what Gimple said. It may as well be that everything he's done or everything he's gone through, Rick Grimes, has prepared him for what he's about to witness and what he's about to go up against in the movies. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A, hey Ash, do you think the Commonwealth in the show will be better than the comic version? I think so. I mean, the Whisperers already have been greater than the comics under Angela King. So, I have faith, yes, absolutely. Mario 3, I follow close to leaks. As you know, Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes was spotted in the shooting range in LA. He was like practicing shooting and archery. That has to be for the movies, right? There's a very good chance, but maybe he's just having fun. Maybe he's just doing it on his own time, on his free time. But there's a good chance that it is about the movie. Animated Alex, I just realized that they could create armor. They have blacksmiths, so it could look like knights possibly. LOL. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of resources right now that they could use to make them protect themselves and make themselves stronger. I mean, everyone in the world should have an armor. Well, as long as you're outside. If you're inside the walls and the walls are really protected, or they protect you, then there's no reason for you to have an armor. Like a regular person doesn't need it. Alright, we do have to shut it down here. We've been going on for 40 minutes. It was a great stream, but we do have to end it. I'll read one more comment and that'll be the end of the stream. Animated Alex, it's like Daryl said, feels like we're fighting one war to the next. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a good representation of the entire story. One battle or one war at a time. And then they've been fighting for as long as I remember now. So I think that's a very good point. Mario 3, the only thing about Rick's last episode that I regret is not showing that CRM Black armored soldiers, but I think the resolution war because the time of the episode. I think the resolution was because, I think they made that decision because they wanted to keep them still a secret organization and really kind of give us that juicy information for the most part in Fear the Walking Dead. That's the reason, I think. HFG, great Q&A. Thank you for joining, HFG, and thanks everyone for joining and asking questions. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for the support and everything. Stay tuned for... actually, what do we have going on? Yeah, stay tuned for a poll on the community section on the channel about what the next video should be. So stay tuned for that and participate in that poll. Also, if you don't know, I posted my reaction to Season 1, Episode 4, or Chapter 4 of The Mandalorian. I posted that actually 2 days ago, but it was taken down, or yesterday, I think. But it was blocked in all countries because it was copyrighted. So I basically disputed it, but it didn't go through. So what I had to do is I had to re-edit it and post it again, cut off certain parts that they had an issue with. So that's been done. It's posted. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out. If you haven't checked out my reaction to The Mandalorian, make sure to start from episode 1 because I think it's better if you go one at a time because I haven't watched any Star Wars before. So if you want to be in the loop about where my head is at, make sure to go watch from the beginning. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon.